Hey, what is going on? It is 12 noon on Friday, which means it's time for this week's episode of State of Real Estate. My name is John Christman. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. We're here every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time, and what we're talking about today are leads and deals. If you look at the letters, they're the same letters. They're the same thing. So leads turn in the deals. We just have to put them in the right order. People come to us in all sorts of disarray and they need our help. And it's us helping them go through this process that results in the deal and the transaction for us. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to use the deal process, the deal making process, to help you get even more leads. And spoiler alert, a little bit of that is through referrals, but it's also the way it is that you market to your new potential clients that will help those leads more easily turn into deals. So I know this is an episode a lot of you guys are excited about because last week we did an episode on leads before and we had an overwhelming response. And if you guys like today's episode as well, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we know to keep making more videos about how to get more leads, how to grow your real estate business, or whatever the topic is that we're discussing. My name is John Chrismo. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate, and you're watching State of Real Estate.
You are watching
State of Real Estate. Every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Grow your real estate business. You're watching State of Real Estate. Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of State of Real Estate. My name is John Christman. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. We're here every Friday, 12 noon Eastern Time, to help you grow your real estate business, to understand how to better develop your real estate business. And one of the things I want to just point out, it's kind of clever, and I don't know if it's clever, or if it's conspiracy, or if it's coincidence, or what, but literally the same letters that spell lead, where leads spells deals. Isn't that crazy when you think about that? Leads are deals. They just don't look like deals yet. This word doesn't look like deal. This word looks like lead. And now what do we think when we see a lead? Well, this is where momentum comes into play. Momentum is a very powerful influencer in any business, not just real estate, but especially in real estate. Momentum is essential, momentum is crucial, momentum is key. But it could also work against you when there's negative momentum. And that negative momentum might be hitting the wall, or deals falling apart, or whatever problems it is that you might be incurring. And what happens then is you lose sight of the fact that leads are deals. And I mean, this is the classic thing that you see in movies of salespeople complaining about the leads being bad. When really, the connector, this thing that rearranges a lead into a deal, that turns a lead into a deal, the lead, this is the difference. The lead has an opportunity. And the deal is the solution. So every lead you encounter is an opportunity. But if you're pessimistic about those opportunities, and it's easy for the momentum to build where you might have gotten burned on some bad leads before, and it's easy to get caught up and just think, oh, the leads are bad, the leads aren't good. Every lead is an opportunity for a deal. It's just really the question of, do you have the solution that works for them? And sometimes the answer to that will be no. And it's not your fault that that answer is no. It's not your fault that that answer is no. Sometimes it's outside of your capability, that legally you can't even do maybe what somebody wants. Or it might not even be feasible what somebody might want. There's still a lead, just not a lead for the way our business works right now. A more specific example you could maybe think of, say somebody has a short sale. A short sale, what a short sale is, if you don't know what a short sale is where you're selling a property for less than what is owed on the mortgage. And you might wonder, well, can you do that? Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's not a normal thing, but it is an alternative to foreclosure. Rather than getting foreclosed on, you could sell your property, which will end up being a loss for the lender, but that involves all kinds of extra red tape and negotiation, and you're dealing with the bank rather than just regular people. So that might not be within your purview or expertise. Maybe you've never worked with a short sale, maybe you have no idea to handle a short sale, and you probably could if you have the time to learn about it and figure out it. You could present the solution for that opportunity, but you might not have that solution right now. Maybe they need the help right now. They need it right here in this moment, not 6 months from now or 2 months from now or 3 months from now. Or maybe you're so busy that you don't have time to create that solution for that opportunity. Now, just because you don't have the solution for that opportunity doesn't mean that you want to flush this lead down the toilet. Because this person, one degree or another, one way or another, they entered into a conversation with you, a communication with you. They were somehow interested in you, even if they were just on your website. The people that go on your website that you maybe never hear from, that never contact you, that never text you, that never call you, but they visit your website and they go away and they never come back. Those people are the tip of the iceberg that trickle down to your actual sales. That represents a large base of people that know more about you or are more interested in you than the average person. So much so that they might have been on your website or been on your Facebook page or anything like that. And they might not have their opportunity figured out right now. You might not have the solution for their opportunity figured out right now. It might not always be a good fit. And that's why, look, in real estate, you get to pick and choose who your customers are. Now, when you're starting out in real estate, it's easy to want to go after everything. And to a certain degree, you should go after everything. Anything it is that you can get your hands on to get your business off the ground. And remember that momentum thing we started talking about? You want to start building momentum at whatever means necessary. So of course, if you don't have any business right now, you got to get some momentum and you're going to try to take any advantage, any opportunity that you have. But at a certain point, as you start to get that momentum, you want to make sure you're rolling the ball in the right direction. That you're not just kind of like rolling back and forth, because you can kind of get a little momentum that way, and if you keep at it, you'll eventually break free and be able to go in whatever that direction it is that you want. But if you have a clear idea of where it is that you want to go, you can focus that effort into getting you there faster. So it's all about being intentional with leads and deals. Intentional about focusing on our leads and not letting any of them slip through the cracks. Now, when we talk about people that you pique their interest, but maybe they don't get into a dialogue, a communication with you, you're not done yet. You're not done communicating with them. A lead is anybody out there that's an opportunity, and they may be a lead even if they haven't presented their information to you yet. Now, I know we could probably get into some sort of debate or argument with people's exact definition of what a lead is. But look, I like to look at leads as, again, they're just an opportunity that's out there. And if we think of this larger picture of how many opportunities actually exist out there and which of those opportunities do we have the solution for, we could start to narrow down what it is that we're doing to try to drive business. Because when we could focus on what we're doing to drive the business, we could tweak that. We could improve that. If we're just being chaotic and hectic and doing this and that and this and that, and we don't have any rhyme or reason to what it is that we're doing, it's hard to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And for these two essential things, these are the most important things to your real estate business. Number one, leads. Number two, deals. Can't have any deals without leads, but even if you have a lead, you still need to be skilled in turning that into a deal. Really, every part of growing your business is going to fall into one of these two buckets. Getting more leads, finding more opportunities, or improving the solution it is that you're offering, or maybe offering more solutions. And that is your business in a nutshell. Everything that is going to grow your business is going to either be focused on obtaining leads or getting deals. And now, when we talk about this, you might see that and say, well, yeah, that's obvious. Yes, it's obvious, but do you focus on that? Do you make that the focus, or do you get caught up? And look, this is what plagued my real estate career. So when I started my real estate career, I knew leads and deals were important. Of course, yeah, you need leads, you need deals to have a business, but that wasn't my priority. What was my priority? My priority was designing my business card. My priority was setting up my website. My priority was trying to get my friends to write reviews for me. Just really trying to do all these things that were anything but trying to get leads and deals. Look, setting up a website. Yeah, a website is, businesses have websites. Do businesses need websites? They absolutely make their business more powerful when they're done correctly. But when you're starting out, when you are a small business, when you are a one-person operation trying to get things going, is that website essential? Can you do business without the website? Absolutely. Will you be able to do business without the website? Most likely. You don't need a website to be successful. Now, I would say you want to have a website to improve your lead capture, because that's going to help give you more presence. That's going to help you capture more opportunities. So yes, a website is important, but in due time. When you're starting out, if it's something where you just plug in like your name, your picture, and your bio, and your broker gives it to you for free, or somehow it's some low monthly cost or something like that, okay, cool, yeah, get that. So you got a website, but don't worry about writing blogs on it. Don't worry about doing all these search engine optimization things. Don't worry about any of that stuff until you've got these things. Get some of this and then focus on getting more of that. Now, what are some easier ways, some more direct ways? Now, when I started off my real estate career, I was focused on the wrong things. I was focused on the details, and I wasn't really focused on, hey, I need to get leads. I need leads right now. Now, I did eventually pay a subscription for a lead service that provided me with leads. So I was paying to get the opportunities. So I'd figured out, okay, well, I need to get some opportunities in here. Let me buy these leads. But then I had to realize that I can't present my solution effectively. Because when you're starting out without practice, if you just go in there and try to wing it, which I'll let you in on a hint, that's what I was trying to do when I started my real estate business. I went in there and tried to wing it, and it didn't go so well. And here's the problem with things not going well, is you lose momentum. That momentum is so important, because as you lose that momentum, you start to develop more of that negative outlook about almost everything in your business. And you're looking for excuses, things to scapegoat, because you don't want to admit that you're doing it wrong, or that you're failing, or that you need help. Look, I've been there. You don't have to admit it. Probably should, but you don't have to admit it. If you're there, if you feel like you're lost, figure out how you can make it better. It's refreshing to wake up every day and be chasing that next opportunity. But at the same time, you need to focus on what in the present right now will help get you closer to that future opportunity. And yes, going again back to that website, I like to use this specific example. And whether it's setting up a website, or setting up a Zillow profile, or doing all these like housekeeping type of things that are things, yes, you should do, but when you got nothing else to do. And if you got nothing else to do and you also don't have any leads or deals, well, forget about all that other stuff. Let's focus directly on getting leads and deals. And so that might mean you subscribe to some sort of lead service like I did. I wouldn't really recommend that, because that's expensive. And this is why when you've heard me talk about advertising before, I always recommend when you're starting in real estate to not go into advertising right away, because that was the mistake I made. I realized I needed to get leads, so once I put some focus on leads, I took the easy way out of basically just paying for the leads. And it's easy to swipe the card until those cards stop working, and all of a sudden you can't afford the leads anymore, and you never figured out how to capitalize on those leads because you figured they would just keep coming and eventually you'd get a good lead. You don't want to get caught up in that idea that it's a good lead or a bad lead. They're all opportunities. We need to figure out what that opportunity is and what the parameters are of that opportunity, so that way we could present the solution. And if we haven't figured out yet whether or not we have the solution for them or whether or not we can provide them a solution, we need to figure that out. Now, once we figure that out and we figure out that we maybe don't have the solution right now, does that mean we flush them down the toilet? No. Going back to that short sale example, maybe you don't know anything about short sales. Maybe you're intimidated by short sales. Maybe you don't want to learn about short sales. Maybe you don't have time to learn about short sales. Whatever the reason is, refer the business to somebody who can help them. And you'll be able to earn a referral fee. As long as you have an active real estate license, you could earn a referral fee for that. And if there's a lot of agents that don't even practice real estate, they just take the opportunities and they pass it along to somebody else. And usually when they're collecting referral fees, a typical referral fee, now this isn't any sort of legislated amount, it's always a negotiated amount and blah, 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 but 25% isn't asking too much in most cases. That's a pretty typical type of referral fee. And if you just want to focus on this part of the business, there's a lot of agents that can do this part of the business that need help with this part of the business. And if you're good at generating leads, but maybe you're not good at closing the deals, maybe you just focus on the lead generation. Or maybe you're ultimately trying to do the business as a whole, but maybe you need more deals. You need more leads so you can have more deals, so maybe you will take on some of those referral opportunities. Now, how do you get those referral opportunities? Well, that comes after networking with other agents, maybe sending referral opportunities to them. But look, even when it seems like we can't help people, there might be a way for us to still help them and still get paid on it. And even if that's not the case, let's say maybe they want to buy a house, they're a first-time home buyer, we identify the opportunity, but maybe then they get in contact with a lender, and the lender finds out that they've got some work to do on their credit, that they're not going to be able to get approved. So that was the opportunity here. That lender didn't have the solution. Maybe another lender does have the solution, or maybe that solution is going through the credit repair process. So that doesn't mean that they don't need our solution. That just means that they're not ready for our solution yet. Our solution is getting them into that first home, but ultimately they need the solution first. Their primary opportunity is going to be for them to repair their credit, so that way we then can put them into that first home for them. So then now, do we want to take the easy way out and say, all right, well, just contact me once you get your credit figured out? Are they going to figure it out on their own? They haven't already. I don't think they're going to figure it out on their own if they haven't already. Maybe they could use our help. Maybe they don't want our help. Well, okay, well, maybe then this doesn't work out. We move on to and go look for that next opportunity. But if we really, truly do care about them and ultimately want to help them achieve their dreams, look, one of the easiest sales you'll ever make is selling somebody something that they want. Don't you think a first-time home buyer wants that first home? Yes, they do. That's the easy sale. What's the tough sale? The tough sale is fixing the credit. Because yes, they do want that, but that comes with a lot of strings attached to it. But that repairing of the credit is just a string that's attached to buying the house. So it's not that we don't have the solution for them, it's just that they're not ready for our solution yet. So what do we do to make sure this lead is going to turn into a deal? We're going to make sure that we follow up. We're going to make sure that we stay in contact with them. We're going to make sure that we don't let them slip through our fingers. So when that day does finally come, that they are prepared and ready to make that first-time home purchase, or whatever it may be. Maybe it's somebody who owns a house already and wants to buy an investment property, but maybe they're in that same boat where they're interested in investing, but they're not ready to do it yet. Maybe they've got to save up more money or fix their credit or whatever it is that they're doing. A lot of times we might have to wait, and there's a word that goes along with waiting. No, I'm spelling that right. Patience. Patience, perseverance. Really just follow up, if we just want to use a regular old sales term for it. Staying in contact with them. And it doesn't matter how poor of an opportunity this opportunity may be. It doesn't matter how bad of an opportunity it may be. There has to be some sort of silver lining to it. And if you could find that and figure out how you could tie that in some way, somehow to your solution, Now, once you really start to develop a roaring business, you might not always be able to be as adaptable, but that's also one of the benefits of being a new agent, and that's also one of the things you should be speaking to as a benefit when you're working with buyers and sellers as a new agent, because I know as a new agent you guys get that complaint all the time, that objection all the time, that, oh, well, how long have you been doing this? Have you sold a house before? Have you bought a house before? One of the major benefits of you being new, yes, that does come with that string attached that you're new and you haven't done this before, but one of the major benefits to this is that you could dedicate your time, attention to them, that you can be adaptable for them. And the way the law is set up in Florida, you're not dealing with somebody who has never bought or sold a house before, even if you as the sales associate have never bought or sold a house before, because they're dealing with the brokerage, the entire organization, the company. So it's not just that you are the only person doing this transaction. No, you've got your broker there with you who's overseeing the transaction, who has training programs, who has mentorship programs, who has guidance and support staff to help you through this process. And that's not just there really to help you, that's to help and assist the clients as well. Primarily through helping you to help them. But that's, again, looking at the opportunity here. It's easy to look at reasons why things aren't possible. But if we just focus on what's not possible, we just get angry. We should focus on what is possible. Focus on those opportunities. Focus on finding that silver lining, finding what is the right direction we could take this in. What is that positive thing that is possible that we could do? And that's one of the things we have to deal with as salespeople is helping people overcome the negativity that they have that might hold them back from making the decision that they want to make. And there's a lot of this is almost where we could put on our psychologist hat and almost be like a counselor. There's a lot of things that we do as a real estate professional. We don't just take pictures of houses. Usually we're not even the ones taking the pictures of the houses. We pay a photographer to take the pictures of the house. We're experts in houses, but we're also experts in people and helping people through this purchase process of real estate, whether they're selling or buying their house. That's what we're there to do. We're there to guide them. We're there to help them achieve their dreams. And you don't realize how easy of a sale it is when you're just going to give somebody what they want. Now, the trick sometimes is if we focus too much on what they want that we can't provide, well, then we create disappointments for everybody involved. But we focus on what we can provide, what is possible, what is realistic, then we can help people achieve their dreams. Now, that might mean there's a delay. That might mean it takes another 6 months or a year for them to be able to really get what they want or what they really want to do or be able to achieve what they want. Or like I said, when you have the opportunities with people who want to do this but they aren't ready for whatever reason it is, and maybe it's not that they don't feel that they're ready, but they really aren't capable at this point. Like, again, that credit repair type of example I gave you earlier. So we want to look at every lead, and this is really the secret to all of this. This is the moral of today's show. The one thing that if you take away anything from today's episode, I hope you take away from this, is that all deals come from leads. All leads can become deals. So start treating every single lead like it is a deal, because if you treat every single lead like it is a deal, every single lead will eventually become a deal. And not just will they become deals, but they'll end up being repeat business and referral business coming back to you again and again and again and again and again if you focus on these two things: getting more leads and closing more deals. Getting more attention, getting more people, getting more customers, and moving them through that fastest, smoother, faster, better, stronger. You focus on building these two tentpoles of your real estate business, all the other details will follow along with it. You'll eventually have a website. And what will probably happen is you're going to pay probably a ton of money for somebody else to build a website or some service that provides the website or something like that. But you won't care about the money it is that you're spending on the website because you've already got so much of this going on here. And you know that that website is an investment to help make more of this happen here. But when your website is just a website because you needed to have a website, those usually don't end up resulting in a lot of leads. And that's why, again, I don't recommend that you focus on websites when you're starting out. Now, if you're a website expert, if you're some sort of SEO and web design, search engine optimization, or AdWord expert, maybe. But for the rest of us, don't worry about the website. You get the website when you're ready to invest in a website. Focus on the other aspects of your business that you can grow. And most brokerages now provide a ready-made website. So unless you are some sort of graphical website engineer or something like that that's going to build your own website, just get a brokerage that has their own website that already provides you with a website, or go buy one of these like subscription websites. It might not be the best thing, but again, that's not what you want to focus on unless you're ready to make that initiative of, hey, let's start generating leads through a website. But you don't want to do that right away, because you want to use methods that are going to be more directly resulting in leads. Maybe even something that's more tried and true, like paying for a lead service like Zillow or Realtor.com or one of these websites that will sell you leads. You could do that. You could hold open houses. You could go door knocking. You could do cold calling. You could do mailers. You could do social media ads. There's so many ways it is you could get leads in real estate. But you want to be intentional about what you're doing, and not just intentional about the type of advertisings that you're doing, but also who you're advertising to, who you're marketing to. Because, again, remember, you want to think of these people as leads from day one. There's an opportunity there, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to uncover it. We're trying to uncover that opportunity, because if we could uncover the opportunity, then they might be a candidate for our solution to that opportunity. But we got to uncover that opportunity first. We got to figure out what's going on. And we figure out that, then we could better understand how we could best serve them, get them through that process quickly and easily, and do it smoothly, and do it professionally, and do it well, so that they will absolutely use us again and send us referral business. And now, I mean, yeah, you're waiting a couple years down the road to start really see the returns of the referral and repeat business, but then that becomes the point of where you've got leads that just generate even more leads. And at that point, you have basically an infinite return on your investment, because every lead that you generate produces more leads, and those leads will produce more leads, and those leads will produce more leads, and those leads will produce more leads, and it goes on and on and on forever. Infinite returns. You're not going to get that through buying ads anywhere, but you probably will still need to buy ads to get that momentum, because that is achieved after momentum. That's how you get the repeat and referral businesses, through momentum. You'll get there. It's going to involve a lot of other details, but it all comes down to getting more leads and closing more deals. You do those two things and just watch your real estate business grow. So look, that's about all the time we've got for today. So if you've liked today's episode, if you want to learn more about leads and deals, generating leads, deal making, negotiating, anything like that, hit the thumbs up button. Maybe leave us a comment with something specifically you need help with to grow your real estate business, because at the Tampa School of Real Estate, we want to help you achieve your dream real estate career, whatever that may mean to you. We know we all have different goals and different aspirations in real estate. We're not here to tell you what your goals should be or what your aspirations should be. What we are here to do is help you achieve those goals, those dreams, in any way it is that we can. And we have advisors standing by to answer any questions they can and assist you in any way that they can. So call us at 813-333-2676. That's 813-333-2676. You can find out more about getting your real estate license in Florida at licensefl.com, or you can just check out our main website where we've got all the information about basically everything you want to know about a real estate career at tampaschool.com. Or if you don't know where to start, just give us a call, 813-333-2676. That's 813-333-2676. Thank you guys for tuning in today. If you've liked these series of videos, if you want to get more of this, make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss out whenever we post new content there. That'll give you a notification whenever we've got new videos or anything to help you grow your real estate business. But other than that, that's all the time we've got for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.
The most powerful tool to study for your real estate exam is the Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate. We've used our years of experience in preparing students for the Florida real estate exam to bring you the most powerful exam study tool available. In the Question Simulator, you'll be able to go directly to a particular unit so you can focus on the sections where you need the most practice. We have also included the percentages of each unit so you know which units are the most important for your real estate exam. Every question will immediately give you detailed feedback, which is almost always more important than the question or the answer themselves. After completing all the questions in a particular unit, you can go through question by question and review any that you've gotten wrong. You could also print out a report at the end of each quiz. The Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate is 100% mobile compatible, so you can practice with test questions anywhere you have your phone with you. Enroll now at questionsimulator.com and get ready to pass your exam.
State of Real Estate. Every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Grow your real estate business. You're watching State of Real Estate.